how to grade papers that have Turnitin and view the text matching report. So here's a term paper that I've created with Turnitin, and I'm going to click the down arrow and choose View Submissions. And I can go down. Here's a student's paper that has been submitted, and there's the Turnitin report with quite a lot of text matching. And click on this pencil and the Turnitin online grading column. Click on the pencil, it'll launch another tab to view the report. And here you can view what the text matching was, which sources they came from. If they came from students here at Mount Royal, you'll see who the student is and when it's submitted. If it's from a student from another institution, we'll just say that it's from another institution. And you could watch for flags are when students can change text to be a different font even though it looks like it's the same font. A popular letter is E, like a Cyrillic E, and attempt to avoid a plagiarism that way. We don't have any here, but if there were any of those flags, you would be seeing those. By the way, students don't see the flags in their version of the report, even in the draft mode. And then you can view all the sources and sub-sources beneath those sources because they may have sources themselves. You can filter things that have just 8 words or less, or exclude the quotes or bibliography. If you didn't have these in the original settings, you can exclude them here. And you can just view them that if there's any sources that you originally excluded because you're saying, oh, that was okay, you can reverse those exclusions and see them again the way they were. Up here, you could add your own commonly used, like if this is an awkward sentence, or if this is comma splice, you could drag those on. You can also right click or left click and make your own kind. If you add a comment, and you could convert that to a quick mark if you want. Quick marks, by the way, can be shared among faculty members. You also can write inline text. If you click somewhere and just click on the T, you can write inline text. You or students can download a copy of this, either the current view with all the extra comments is made to a PDF document, the receipt of when it was submitted, and the receipt is important if there are problems because each submission has an ID number that you can cite. I'm just going to pause it while it's creating this. Here it is, it's a PDF document, and there's the submission ID. And also you can get the originally submitted file if you want. And then when this should be graded, I could give this student a grade, and then the grade doesn't work or doesn't submit unless you click somewhere else. Otherwise you're still editing that. And once that's put in, then you can go to the next student's paper. And once that is done, then I'm going to close. I'm going to give this student a grade as well. Click somewhere else. And then when I go back, the papers have still not been submitted to my students. They haven't seen the results yet, but I can upgrade the grade into D2L by clicking here or refreshing the page, and that will update the grade. But if I want students to see this feedback, I can choose all my students and make sure I'm not just choosing the first 20. Go down to the bottom, I'm only seeing the first 20 students, so I can increase that so that when I click select all, that will really be choosing all of them, and then I could publish the feedback. If I'm not ready to, I can still see them in the Grade Center. I can go to those grades. They're not published yet, but I could also hide this column. In Manage Grades, I could hide the term paper column. But I'm going to make it visible to users, and I am going to release these grades. So I'm going to go into View Submissions in the term paper, and I'm going to select them all and publish the feedback. And now students can view the grades. So here's a student. They could go into Assessment Assignments, and if the paper is still visible, I can still see what grade I earned. I could look at this feedback, and I could see the comments that have been made, the sample comment or other comments. I also could look in grades and see the same thing here.